Namaste, Pranam, Gita Dhyanam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Vritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavatveshinim. O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Partha, the ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O Goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters, O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. Vasudevasutam devam kansachanuramardhanam devaki paramanandam krishnam vande jagadgurum. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Bhakti Yoga, the 12th Adhyay, and Sri Krishna is now taking us along this path of devotion, path of bhakti, and explaining to us the various, the steps involved in leading this path of bhakti. He has told us about various paths as such. The path of Abhyasa Yoga, the path of knowledge, the path of meditation, and then finally how the easiest path, the path which can lead a devotee to get instant peace. Tyaga Chanti Nirantaram, that's what Sri Krishna had told us, that you just renounce the fruits of actions. You start working, don't give up the work. Start working. You complete your works, but don't have any focus, don't have any attention onto the fruits of action. Renounce the fruits of that action and perform the work. That renouncing the fruits of action is going to give you instant peace, Sri Krishna says, and that peace is going to be everlasting peace. Nobody is going to disturb that peace. And that peace, it is extremely difficult to get through Abhyasa, it is extremely difficult to get through Jnana, it is extremely difficult to get through Dhyana. It is the karma phalatyaga that is going to get that instant peace. And having talked about these various paths, now Krishna is telling us about our another objective of what sort of a person we should be. A person of which qualities, which attributes we should try to become a great devotee. In the 13th Shloka, Shri Krishna told us that Adveshta sarva bhutanam maitraha karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankaraha sukha samadukha sukhakshami. That we got to be non-haters toward not only our beloved ones. Sarva bhutanam, non-haters. We should not have hatred for any body in this universe. We should not have hatred for any being in this universe. Not just my spouse and my kids and my friends and my dear relatives. Of course, even among relatives also, at times we tend to develop hatred, isn't it? But Sri Krishna says that a great devotee is adveshta sarva bhutanam. Towards all beings, he doesn't have any hatredful attitude. And maitraha karuna evacha. He is friendly. He is compassionate towards all beings. It is not that there is just no hatred. It is not that not hating, we can still remain aloof. But Krishna says a devotee is never aloof. It is not that he doesn't just stops hating anybody, but it is not he also remains aloof. No, he is friendly with all. Maitraha karuna evacha. He has most compassionate heart towards all the beings. He's friendly, he's compassionate, and nirmamaha. There is no mamaha, there is no me and mine, there is no I, there is no egotistic tendency of I am or mine. He just shuns that attitude of I and mine. And nirahankara, the moment that I and mine, that mama gets shunned, automatically the ahankar also gets destroyed. That pride and arrogance and I am the greatest, they are all not good for nothing. That attitude also gets destroyed. So nirmamaha, nirahankara, and such a person, such a great devotee is equipoised. He is his mind is same in pleasure and pain, in joy and sorrow, sama dukkha sukha. Whether it is dukkha, whether it is sukha, this fellow is not perturbed at all. Over dukkha he doesn't start crying. Over sukha he doesn't start rejoicing. For him, dukkha and sukha, they are God's given. Why should I start crying? Why should I start jumping? So, sama dukkha sukha. And another trait that Sri Krishna has told about such a devotee is kshami, the great attitude of forbearance. Always forgiving nature. Doesn't matter. Just keep on forgiving and blessing. So that these are some of the traits that Sri Krishna told us in the 13th Shloka, and let us see in the 14th Shloka what further Sri Krishna is going to tell us about such a devotee and why such traits are important for the devotee. That also Sri Krishna is going to tell us. Santuṣṭaḥ satataṃ yogī yatātmā dṛḍhaniścayaḥ mayyarpitamanobuddhiryo madbhaktaḥ same priyaḥ. That is the reason why devotee should have these attributes. Yo madbhaktaḥ, such a devotee of mine, sa me priyaḥ, he is the most beloved of mine. So all these attributes that Sri Krishna has narrated, and along with those attributes he told us in 13th Shloka. Now, santuṣṭaḥ, ever contented. Whatever he gets, whatever that devotee gets, he is always contented. I am getting a salary of this much rupees today, fine. Tomorrow he is going to get a huge raise, fine. Day after tomorrow he is going to be demoted, fine. He is always santuṣṭa in whatever he is getting. There are no expectations, there are no demands, because there is no the attitude has lost the attention towards fruit of action. So the person always remains contented. He is santuṣṭaḥ. Satataṃ yogī, and he is steady in meditation, steady in performing that yoga, steadying in a path of devotion. Whichever path of yoga that devotee has taken up, satataṃ yogī, yatātmā. Yatātmā is self-controlled. The senses under his control, the mind under his control, the intellect under his control, the five senses and internal faculties, everything under his control, yatātmā. And dṛḍhaniścayaḥ, ever steadfast with firm conviction that Lord is mine, I am Lord's. What more do I need? That kind of conviction, that kind of devotion, that kind of confidence, that kind of shraddha, that when the devotee develops, there is oneness with the Lord automatically. Santuṣṭaḥ satataṃ yogī yatātmā dṛḍhaniścayaḥ mayyarpitamanobuddhiryo. Who has who has surrendered, who has renounced his intellect also to me. It is no more his intellect of thinking what is good, what is bad. He has even that intellect of deciding, of judging what is good and bad. That intellect, the buddhi of judging what is real, what is unreal. That he has surrendered to me. That he has fixed on me. Mayyarpitamanobuddhiryo madbhaktaḥ same priyaḥ. Such a devotee is dearmost to me. As simple as that. So Sri Krishna is actually telling us what should we do that we become the dearest of the Lord. Which attributes, which qualities we should imbibe. Which of our qualities we should give up. Now this is a clear ready reckoner kind of. It is a ready reckoner. It is a chart. To-do list for us. We have to become this. We have to become this. We have to become this. And the moment we become this, we become God's very own. We become the dearmost to the Lord. So these the specific qualities, the attributes of the devotees that Sri Krishna has told us, that let us get rid of all the hatred for anyone. Not a single being in this creation we should develop any hatred. Just give up. Adveshta. Sarva bhutana. Let us be friendly. Let us not remain distant from anyone. Let us be friendly. Let us have friendliness towards all. Let us have compassion towards all. And on this compassion, I always remember Holy Mother Sri Sarda Devi's teaching. Holy Mother used to say, Sarda Devi used to say that it is unfortunate for a being who doesn't have my compassion. Even an insect. My compassion goes towards even an insect. And indeed, that person is unfortunate who doesn't have my compassion. So there is nobody in this universe, there is nobody in this creation for whom Holy Mother did not have any compassion. Even an insect, even an insignificant being, her heart, her motherly heart was filled with compassion towards all. And that is what Sri Krishna says here, Karuna evacha. We should have that compassion for each and every being in this universe. We should have non-hatred, we should have a friendliness, and we should have compassion towards. And while having this, we should get rid of our mama. We should get rid of our ahankara. We should get rid of our me and mine. We should get rid of our pride and prejudice and the arrogance and samadukha sukhakshani. We should be equipoised in good and bad. We should treat the joy and sorrow with the same perspective. We should not get dejected. We should not get elated. And we should have that forbearing attitude, the forgiveness attitude, the forgiving attitude. And then, of course, santuṣṭaḥ satataṃ yogī yatātmā dṛḍhaniścayaḥ. We should be ever contented. And we should ever steadily practice the path that we have chosen. Whichever path of yoga we have chosen, whether it is a karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, dhyana yoga, whichever path we choose, suiting to our personality, suiting to our individuality, let us be satataṃ yogī. We should be ever steadfast on that path. And yatātmā, self-controlled. The entire the outgoing senses, the outward bound senses, and the mind under full control. That self-control. With that self-control, we should develop our attitude. And dṛḍhaniścayaḥ, the firm conviction that Lord is mine, I am Lord's. Having got these attributes, when automatically mayyarpitamanobuddhiryo, when we surrender our intellect, when we surrender our everything at the holy feet of the Lord, we become dearmost of the great Lord. So contentment, bliss, all these are the attitudes of the yogi that Sri Krishna has highlighted in this shloka. Now, let's take a look at Sri Ramakrishna's teaching on this particular, on the meaning of this shloka. Sri Ramakrishna says, does the Lord attach any value to the wealth and property dedicated to him? Nothing whatsoever. It is not the wealth, it is not the property that a devotee, assigns to the Lord. Lord doesn't give any value to that. But what does the Lord value? The Lord bestows His grace on that devotee only who has inordinate love and devotion for Him. The Lord doesn't get impressed with the riches and the high status of the devotee. Lord has got nothing to do with it. Lord sees the heart of His devotees, how much love the devotee has for the Lord, how much devotion the devotee has for the Lord. That is all God wants to see. The blessed Lord attaches all importance to devotion, discrimination, and detachment from worldliness. So Sri Ramakrishna says, these are the three qualities that Lord is looking in the devotee for that devotee to become the dearmost to the Lord. The three Ds that Sri Ramakrishna talks about: devotion, discrimination, and detachment from worldliness. Now what Sri Ramakrishna has told in these three Ds, exactly these are all the qualities that Sri Krishna has enumerated, he has highlighted, he had described to us in this 13th and 14th shloka. The qualities of a true devotee who become dearmost to the Lord. So here is another kind of assignment that Sri Krishna has given to us. Let us try to gain those qualities. Let us try to absorb those qualities. Let us try to get rid of the unwanted qualities. Let us try to get rid of dvesha. Let us try to get rid of the non-friendliness. Let us try to get rid of non-compassion from us. Let us try to get rid of mama. Let us try to get rid of ahankara. And let us try to get rid of that attitude of getting involved in the good and bad that is happening in our life. And let us get rid of that habit of ours of cursing others, of not forgiving others. So these are some of the qualities that Sri Krishna wants us to give up and imbibe the qualities of adveshta sarva bhutanam maitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankaraha samadukha sukhakshami. And then santuṣṭaḥ satataṃ yogī yatātmā dṛḍhaniścayaḥ. Ever contented. Let us become ever contented. Let us become ever steadfast on the path of yoga that we have taken up to reach the Lord. Let us be firm in our conviction, and let us have self-control. The self-control in terms of control over mind, over the senses, and offer our intellect to the Lord. Mayyarpitamanobuddhiryo. And then the Lord will say, this fellow, this person is dearmost to me. So that is what Lord wants us to do. Although He is telling this to Arjuna, He is very much telling it to each and every devotee who wants to become one with the Lord. So that was the 14th shloka of our reading today. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Maha. Jai Swamiji.